1,336 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your new Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022, representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles.
And what you're seeing there is 27-year-old Miss Leanne Charles from Pembroke, who was crowned the new Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Charles, of course, took the crown on Saturday night at the Shore Park Cultural Complex. The event was one of the major highlights of the Tobago Heritage Festival. And joining us is the newly crowned Miss Heritage Personality 2022, Miss Leanne Charles. Miss Charles, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Pleasant morning.
How are you this morning? I love that you're in your crown and you're in your sash. Congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm doing quite fine.
Now, I know that you won the crown, but you were also given the Miss Intelligence, Best Talent, and also the Best Gown Portrayal. I mean, how does it feel to win all these crowns last week, Saturday? How did it feel?
It felt amazing. As I would have told persons, I feel like a flood of electricity rolling through my body. I was very, shocked, but I felt very, very amazing.
Of course. Now, I could imagine the preparation that went into this sort of competition. Tell us a little bit about that.
The preparation for me was a bit hectic, as I would have been involved in the opening night presentation the night before the Queen Show, and even, rehearsals, and having time to rehearse for my talent and for the Miss Intelligent segment. I must give thanks to those persons who were around me, who kept me grounded, because, in times of like these, you need people around you who would keep you, together. And what I would say for the whole process before in preparing is that it was hectic. Sometimes it was very overwhelming, but I persevered.
Of course. Now, Ms. Charles, I also know that you told people that this win was not a personal one for you, but you would have won this to honor your late grandmother. Can you tell us more about this?
On the 28th of April, my grandmother, Anona Berkeley, passed. She is a traditional dancer, and she is now, added to the ancestral lineage of my community, Pembroke. And I wanted to honor her in the best way I know how to, and that is through dance, song, and drama.
Nice. And you did that on the night with your your portrayal, of course.
Yes.
And how did it feel to take that crown back to the village of Pembroke?
It felt good. It felt amazing. It was a very wonderful, experience, because the persons of my community, even before they called it, they say, you are going to win the show. You are the one that is going to bring it back home. And, from all the pressure, from my villagers, I had to make sure and I had to ensure that that happened, and also to make them proud.
Yes, and proud they were indeed. We saw your little support group up front when the announcement was made, just cheering you on.
Yes.
Leanne, good morning and congratulations on your brand new title. So, question for you, of course, we know that you have been in the arts since you were, let's say, about 9 years old. Do you feel like you've definitely been preparing for this moment?
I felt like I have been. Persons would have recalled that every time they asked me to, go for the show, I would say no, because, all those nerves. And at that time, I didn't know how to deal with my nerves properly. I'm not sure if I was ready. But, as time goes by, I was like, yes, this is the time, because I would have been equipped for so many years and so many experiences that I have added to my plate. So I know that this time I was ready.
And I know if it's one thing, you definitely ensure with experience that you take from it and you give back to the community and also to the world, representing Tobago wherever you travel. So now that you have won this title and you are proudly able to wear it, not just here, of course, but globally, what's one of your main objectives as Miss Heritage Personality?
One of my main objectives this year is to activate my village project. It's called Project Saved, Securing Adolescent Voices to Engineer Development. And this is an empowerment hub in which we will have programs running out of this hub to assist with, students or persons in my community, whether it's different aspects of cultural, environmental, sport, and education. What we want to come out of this project is to have persons being more aware and to help with their holistic development. So I think activating and working on that, also acting as a mentorship in my community and neighboring communities and even by White Tobago, and trying to, travel as an ambassador for Tobago.
Now, Ms. Charles, I can clearly see why you wore the best gown portrayal, because that gown is just beautiful. It's so regal. I'm just wondering who was the designer for that piece that you wore?
My gown was conceptualized by Darcel Kirk and made by Odette Jack.
Nice. And is it that you have worked with them before, because it fits so perfect on the night?
I've worked with Darcel Kirk all my life. She's one of my friends. She is also in my community. She's one of those persons who have a wealth of knowledge and experience with this entire Queen Show competition. And she is one of those persons in my community who I share the stage with. Odette Jack, I didn't know of her before, as in to work with her, but I know of gowns that she would have, made. And as soon as I knew that I was going for this show, I said I had to have her on my team.
And we can see why.
See the justice that was done on stage, yes.
Yes, of course. Now, to the women in your village, and even by extension to the rest of Tobago who are looking on now and they're seeing that you have won this competition, any words of advice for them who may want to maybe compete next year but might be a little bit scared of actually going to something or even competing in a competition like this?
I want to let them know that, this is not just a competition. You make friends, you build a sisterhood, you engage in different development programs. They have the financial seminar hosted by our sponsor, First Citizens Bank. There is oral tradition programs. There is also a communication workshop. And there are other workshops that they would have, the committee will add as time goes by. It's not just a competition. So enter, because it will help and aid in your development.
Nice. Well, Ms. Charles, congratulations again. And I hope that you do accomplish what you want to, especially with your village project. So thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Thank you very much for having me.
And that was Miss Leanne Charles, the current Miss Heritage Personality for 2022. We're going to go to a break, but what you're going to see on the screen now is actually a drama performance, one of the drama performances that she performed on the night that she won. And of course, here is Miss Leanne Charles.
How Pembroke women are the epitome of class and talent. Well, here now, me plan for get some pieces of my mind. So me go down by Auntie Karen Berkeley and me ask she how for deal with the matter. Auntie Karen say,
no, do what the woman before you would have do.
So me take off for behind touch, for talk to Tantiliota. I know ceremony, I know you. I know ceremony, I know you. I know ceremony, I know you. I know. Third ovenist extraordinaire, the village baker. She said, girl, not give away your grace. It's Tante Imelda Cookshank. Stand up in front of me, holding she drum. She said, girl, if you ever is to use your hand, make sure it's something worthwhile.
Ay, 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 Belantino, Vinny Wemwe. Ay, 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 Belantino, Vinny Wemwe. Ay, 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 Belantino, Meka Vinny Ale. Ay, 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 Belantino, Vinny Wemwe.
By the time me blink, it's because Adina Morella Davis sit down in the Congo dance. She said, if you ever is to stoop low,